Okay, so 5th of July, it is way too hot today. First thing before I get into these, little update on this. Despite the listing saying plays perfectly, it doesn't. I think it's actually, no, it said plays well. And it doesn't play well or perfectly. It doesn't because it constantly drops out, like in and out, basically. So basically you can't really listen to anything on here because the audio will be there and then it's gone, there, gone, then gone. So, yeah, unfortunately, no good. I did message the seller about this initially and they didn't respond at all. So then I got eBay to step in and basically they just gave me my money back and didn't even bother asking to send it back or anything. So I'll probably if I can, I'll try re-recording over it, because that's the only way to bring back the audio on this is to re-record it. So I can't make it any worse, and thankfully I do have the album digitally already. Speaking of which, this came in the post today. There's a rip on this side actually. This is from Music Magpie. Oh great. I hate it when that happens. Oh, well, there we go. First thing, watch my chops. Now, in the US, and I think in every other country, it's called Cornel and Bernie, but in the UK, it was called Watch My Chops. And if I remember rightly, this was a French production, but also I think it was also funded by the UK as well. This originally aired on CBBC here in the UK. Well, its first season or series did. Its second one, because here's the thing: the original run, which was the original 52 episodes, in the UK that was just classed as series 1, and that was it. In the US, it was split into two 26 episode seasons. But I think that was possibly only in the US. Then, for some reason, I'm thinking around 2014, the series was brought back, I think in Australia of all places, where it had the same voice cast, same art style. However, they switched to Flash, and these were in, the designs that were exactly the same, except the animation definitely did take a hit. Like, just look at the two intros as a comparison and that. But interestingly, this is the only DVD release in the UK that it's ever had. And for some reason, the DVD uses concept art for the show. I don't know why, but it does. It uses concept art. So Bernie and Cornel look a bit odd in this. But yeah, this includes, I think, the first half or first quarter. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 episodes. Okay, so the first quarter, basically, over 2 hours of fun. Okay, but notice this says 4x3. Now, almost all the episodes are available for free on the official YouTube channel. Almost all. There's a couple of episodes missing from the first season. I don't think any of them are on this DVD. I don't think. I'll have to double check, but I don't know. But what I'm interested in is whether or not, because one of the two of them have been cropped from the original. Either the DVD has, or the ones on the YouTube channel have been cropped to 16:9. I'm gonna guess, though, it's the former that the DVD has cropped them to 4:3, because during this time, most animated shows were basically animated with 16:9 in mind as an option, but they would basically, when they were animating, they would have some little dotted lines going across the screen when they were animating, so it could easily be cropped for 4:3, but then for later broadcasts, because they knew, like, because at the time when this aired, not not everyone had adopted 16:9 displays by that point. So yeah. Also, this has had releases. I think it's had more releases in the US actually. I don't know if more episodes are being released, but it definitely has more than one DVD release in the US. However, obviously in the US, it'll be running in NTSC, whereas this is PAL, so this will be running at the correct frame rate, resolution, and also speed. Because obviously it being animated in France, well, it's a PAL territory. DVD does have a few minor scratchings on it. That looks alright. This was £3 from Music Magpie. But, yeah. I will say Season 2 is pretty decent. Some of them do get a little bit wackier, but I do kind of like the newer season as well. Not that it's bad. It's just not quite as good as the original. And here we go. Pop Party 2. I originally had this as a kid. No idea what's happened to it, to be honest. I found my original copy of Pop Party 1. Sorry, not Pop Junior 2, sorry. Yeah, but, ooh, that booklet has seen better days. But yeah, so back in the 2000s, basically, I mean, you'd have various, compilation CD albums. Obviously, there's the Now That's What I Call Music line, which has been running since, I think, the 70s, because that originally started on cassette. And it's still the only one, I think, still going to this day. But in the early 2000s, like late 90s, early 2000s, there was a load of different ones. And there was Pop Party, and then there was this Pop Junior. There was only 2 of these released, Pop Junior and then Pop Junior 2, which is this one. And I never got the Pop Party ones. I did get both Pop Junior ones as a kid. And the reason is basically because you got the music videos. Not all of the music videos, clearly, you can see. There's 27 tracks on there, only 18 music videos. Which is ironic, because obviously there's more space on a DVD than the CD. I think in some cases there's music videos that are not on the CD but on the DVD. I don't know about this one. I think it was for the... Oh! Wait a minute. Okay. I thought it was missing that, the DVD, but it's not. They just put it... They always put it in this way up, like the wrong side up. And apparently the reason that they do that in CEX as well. But there we go. The reason that they do that is so that they can confirm that that disc has already been checked. The problem by doing that is that the discs are not designed to go the mirror side up. Because if you do that, if you put these... Let's just check the CD. Ooh, CD has a few scratches on it. Yeah, but if you put them mirror side up, the problem is that then they're much more susceptible to scratching. So, yeah, not a great idea. This was £2. And I've just noticed... This has permanent marker that's gone on to the box. Yeah. And obviously it has several cracks in that. This case does not stay shut for the life of it. But hopefully the disc will. Now, the reason I wanted this was for the various music videos on here. Particularly, where is it? There we go. Dr. Jones by Aqua is on here. And the reason I've been going back and getting these, like various... Some I had as a kid, but, some I didn't. The reason I've been getting these music video DVDs is because, unfortunately, older music videos now are getting AI upscales. And there's various videos about this, but they do look terrible, most of them. Like, they're trying to take standard definition music videos and upscale them. Some of them, they upscale all the way up to 4K using AI, and it just looks terrible. It unfortunately does look terrible. Some of that as a result. So, a lot of these, I want to go back, to the best quality version possible, because they take down That basically replaces the original version that was on YouTube, and basically re-uploads can be varying quality. So these will be in the best, quality possible, basically, unless they were shot on film. If the music video was shot on film and they did a rescan of the film, like for example, I'm pretty sure they did that with Virtual Insanity and also Take On Me. Those can remember they've actually scanned the film. They did rescans of the film and it looks fantastic. They didn't just, hit the AI button and then call it a day. Same with Too Young to Die. I don't think did that one get a 4K one? I don't know. I don't know if that one was just 1080p. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm sick of them AI upscaling things. And the thing is, unfortunately, it's happening with other things. For example, not as relevant to this channel, but if you buy the Doctor Who Blu-ray collection sets, unfortunately, for the most recent box sets from like when they released season 25 and season 7 also has this, and the upcoming season 13 definitely has it. They're using AI to upscale them, and my god, like they crank it all the way up. Tom Baker looks like he's got turkey teeth, and he's got a plastic face. Like it doesn't look right. Basically, like there's a people don't understand. There's a difference between just upscaling an image and AI upscaling. When you upscale an image, you're trying to scale that image up to a larger size. Now, yes, there'll be some software in that involved with that, but what you're trying to do with that is scale the image up. You're not trying to add detail that isn't there. AI will basically scrub everything away and try to add fake detail that isn't there, whereas regular upscaling doesn't do that. So, yeah, because the original ones were just upscales when they first started doing those box sets. I know, for example, I think Jaws 3 has some AI upscaling in there in various crowd scenes, if I remember rightly. Yeah, also, I forgot the other thing I got today. I literally ran to a Smith's to get this today. It's the Werehog. This is slightly more expensive, actually, than the regular figures, not by much. This was $12.99. And to be honest, yeah, I think it's pretty good. Although, I will say, if this comes out at P&M within the next few weeks, because I remember buying the previous wave of Sonic figures, a couple of them. I bought the tails, and I remember literally like a week or two later, they ended up coming out at B&M at the same time, yet there were $7.99 there, yet there were $10.99 at Smith's and Toy Entertainment and everywhere. But if it does come out at B&M at $7.99, obviously it'll be a steal there, and I will probably buy another one. So I say it's quite a weighty figure. They had loads of them actually. It said they had 7 on the website. They seem to have more than that in the store. I don't know. But yeah, now this was originally released in a 3-pack. That 3-pack has never seen the light of day in the UK. I think it hasn't seen the light of day anywhere outside the US and Canada, possibly. But I'm glad they gave it an individual release. That original set was Sonic with the soap shoes, this figure, and a Supersonic. I don't think there was anything different about the Supersonic figure. And that, so, yeah, basically, so basically, you can buy these figures and that individually. And to be honest, for the amount I've paid basically the same price the 3-pack almost certainly would have been if it did get released over here. So, yeah, like I said, what else was in the wave? Classic Sonic, Classic Knuckles, and another Metal Sonic re-release. Yeah, because they could have just had this as the Sonic release. But yeah, the Werehog Witch. Really nice figure, really nice. I don't have the Jack-specific original version. In fact, I don't think I haven't got any Jack-specific Sonic figures, but to me, I don't know, this one just looks better. I think Jack-specific figures in general just look better. Because I really want that bit at the bottom there to straighten out. It's like, oh well. But, yeah, there we go, people, there we go. Okay, so it's the 9th of July today. So I'll turn that fan off. You can hear another noise. I think that's a plane going by or something. Anyway, got this. Oh, for fuck's sake, Amazon. What's the point in having pull tabs if they just break like that? Anyway, I got this on an Amazon Prime Day deal. Which is this. Which, yeah, now this is an Anker SD to USB-C card reader, but it's a special type of one because it uses MagSafe on the back. So yeah, made for iPhones and more, because it'll basically, it's 2 pull tabs, there we go. It'll basically work with essentially, you know, any phone that supports USB-C, which is all of them. So yeah, it should, come on. There we go. There it is. Actually, you know what? Looking at that, it reminds me of the Google Chromecast, the second one. And I don't think there's much else in there. I'll have a check in a second, but as you can see there, it's got 2 slots, one for micro SD, one for full size SD. But what I do like about this one is it gives you the USB-C port back for power delivery. I'm not sure what the one on the back is for. Is that one for power delivery as well? But the good thing about this is you can still charge your phone. But the main thing is that this bit should come out like so. So what I'm going to do actually first of all is just grab a micro SD card. Any shall do. Just grab an old one. Bought a full-size one. Wow, this is an ancient SD card here. I remember getting this SD card, I think, donkeys ago. Yeah. This is magnetised as well. It's quite nice. But yeah, it can fit full-size SD cards just in there. I don't know if it's it takes both at the same time or it's one or the other. I'm assuming it's both at the same time, but anyway, if I grab my phone, and just lock it there, so it's just plugged in like that there at the bottom. And it's not registering anything, though it does say, it does recognise it though. Connected to USB, connected to device via USB, but it doesn't know what it is. It could be the SD card, to be fair. That's disappointing, I thought, because if this thing, you know, doesn't work with Android phones, which there's no reason it shouldn't, then, you know, it's going to be no use to me. Because I know it advertises for iPhones, but on the listing on Amazon, it did specifically say, you know, other devices such as S25 and etc. So there's the one I was looking for. This one's got several micro SD cards in there. Hopefully one of them is good. What's on this one? Ah, my old 256 gig one. Excellent. So let's try this again. There is an indicator light on the side as well. Ah, this one popped up. This one popped up. Right, this one was in my DJI action cam. There's not much on there. Actually, oh yeah, yes there is. Yeah, not much on there, but just enough to know that yes, it does work. So hooray, this thing is working. Let's turn on the brightness. I think because I'm zoomed in. Zoom out. The autofocus doesn't want to work, but where is it? There it is. So yeah, I can access some videos that are on there and other things, because obviously the reason I've still got a Galaxy Note 20 Ultra is because, well, it is the only it's the last Samsung flagship to have to have SD card support. This does actually, I was about to say, this does slightly actually magnetize, because all it is some magnets. But it actually does kind of stay. It's only because it's so weird. That's because there's a magnet just in the case, just there, that's keeping the flap in. So what you could do is, depending on how magnetic this thing is, have I got anything metal? Scissors. Yep, look at that. Very strong magnet there. So basically all you'd have to do is put like tiny little magnets in a row of very thin ones around there, or tiny little bits, tiny little metal washers, and then you could turn basically any phone into a MagSafe compatible one, but it would just essentially, you know, sit there like that and it stays on there. But what I want to know now is, will it work with the power delivery? So I'm gonna, it's a bit irritating, the USB cable's on this side. Okay, and yes, my phone is charging. Don't know if you can see in the corner, but it is charging, so the USB connection works there. What does the one on the back do? Oh, there wasn't one on the back. That was this. That was that connector coming through. I see. Right. I was wondering what that was. But yeah. This works. This works. So yeah, because obviously one day I will have to upgrade this phone one day. I don't want to, and you know, I will keep it like this as long as I can, but when I do, you know, basically the maximum amount of storage a phone has is 1 terabyte, so that's not enough for me, basically, unfortunately. So yeah, this thing will be handy because it doesn't jut out, it stays pretty flush like that. So I can keep that on there for a long period of time. I won't keep it on there permanently, but still, it's better than having something jutting out. But in terms of everything else we get, that's basically it. I think there was there a silica chip? No, there wasn't. No. Don't think there's anything else in that cardboard. No, so that's all you get. But that's basically all you need. So, hooray. Like I said, that is a decent little thing and a nice little option. As I said, I got this on... there are various other ones and that, but for some reason the other ones that aren't Anchor ones are ridiculously expensive. I don't know why. Because it's an SD... Literally, it's an SD card reader. That's all it is. Yeah, some companies, I've seen similar ones and that wanting 40, 50 quid for it. It's just ridiculous. Now, there are versions like this, the same idea, they'll have built-in storage already, you know, that have super fast SSDs in there. Kind of pointless, to be honest. You're much better off having it be this. Yeah, I got this for £20 on an Amazon sale and that, which is the cheapest I've ever seen this for. And that, haven't seen any used ones and that, because if you did see a used one, then it probably would be fine. And that, but yeah, £20 is what I paid for it. My God, I've been going on for 10 minutes, so I've rabbited on enough. But yeah, very happy with that. And I could use that on my tablet and that as well, and that, or just for extra storage and that when I need it and that, like put non-essential things on that, like old, you know, photos and videos and that on there. Would probably be the thing I'd put on there. Because there are some things that I do like to keep on my phone, like permanently, like a must-have, which, number one, obviously all the apps, but number two, my music and that. I don't listen to streaming services. All my music is stored locally on the phone. And, yeah. Anyway, Ravix is on enough here.